Hello dear students. Today I will discuss part 1 of Unit 6 General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements, that is metallurgy. So now dear students, first of all again I want to focus about the use of thermodynamics, that is the thermodynamics illustrate why only a certain reducing element and a minimum specific temperature are suitable for reduction of a metal oxide to the metal in an extraction. So nowadays students, I told you so many times about the use of thermodynamics formula, that is delta G equal to delta H minus T delta S. Here delta G gives energy, that is useful work. Delta H is enthalpy. Delta S is entropy, that is randomness. And by this formula you have to know that if the value of delta G is negative, in that condition the reaction is spontaneous. So that's why here also you can use this formula to find the spontaneous reaction. Nowadays students, before starting the chapter, just you have to know that which topic you have to learn in the chapter. So that's why here the topics are principles and method of extraction, then concentration, oxidation, reduction, then electrolytic method and refining, then occurrence and principle of extraction of aluminium, copper, zinc and iron. That means 4 metals metallurgy you have to know in this chapter. So now dear students, after studying the part 1, you will be able to explain metallurgy and type of metallurgical process. Then you will be able to know about different zone of earth. Then you will be able to know about percentage distribution of different elements in the lithosphere, that is known as earth crust. Then find the step involved in the metallurgy, that means how many steps you can use in metallurgical process. Then explain about mineral ores and type of ores, and then some general term related to the chapter, that is gangue, flux and slag. So now dear students, let us start about the metallurgy. So now about the metallurgy, the entire scientific and technological process used for isolation of metal from its ore is known as metallurgy. So this is the definition of metallurgy. Now the method used depending upon the chemical properties and nature of ore from which it is to be extracted. Basically it involves the 4 main steps. These steps are: step first, crushing and grinding of ore. In this step, those ores which occurs in nature as a huge lump are broken into small pieces with the help of crusher or grinder. These pieces are then reduced to fine powder with the help of a ball mill or stamp mill. then this process is known as pulverization. That means the big lumps convert into powder form which are more reactive. So this process is known as pulverization. So by this way we can convert the big lump of ore into powder form. Second step, concentration or dressing of ore. In this process, removal of unwanted materials, that is sand, clay, etc. from the ore is known as ore concentration. It can be carried out by various ways depending upon the nature of ore. Then reduction to the free metal. That means after concentration, the ore are converted into oxide because the oxides are easier to reduce. So that's why after conversion to oxide, the metals are reduced from these oxide in the free form. Now in the fourth step, purification or refining of the metal. After the reduction, the metal contains some property which can be removed by refining. So these are basic 4 steps which are used in metallurgical process. So now dear students, next heading types of metallurgical process. So now here first pyrometallurgy. Here the prefix pyro means heat. So that's why the metallurgical process which are used heat is known as pyrometallurgy and also known as thermal treatment. In pyrometallurgy, extraction of metal take place at very high temperature. The metal such as copper, zinc, iron, lead, nickel, chromium, etc. which are found in the nature in the form of oxide, carbonates, sulfides are extracted by this method. The second process is the hydrometallurgical process, that is use of aqueous chemistry. In this method, metals are extracted by the use of their aqueous solution, that is Ag and Au are extracted by this method. This method is also applied to find the copper from their low grade ore. Now dear students, next process is electrometallurgical process, that is use of electrodes. In this method, extraction of highly reactive metals such as sodium, potassium, lithium, calcium, etc. by carrying electrolysis of one of the suitable compound in fused or molten state can be done. So these are the process which are used in the metallurgy. So now dear students, we have to know about the different zone of earth. So now look the diagram. Your right side, the earth diagram is drawn here. We show the outer layer, crust, then mantle, then inner outer core and lastly inner core. So the earth are divided in different zones like this. Your left hand side, the different zone of earth are seen also. So the outer solid crust, then silicate layer, that is known as lithophil, then sulfide layer, that is known as chalcophil. Here chalco means the ore forming elements are basically belong to the oxides or sulfide, so that's why they are known as chalcophils. And lastly, the inner core, that is iron core, that is also known as siderophils. So these are the basic zone of earth in which different type of elements are found. So now dear students, you may also have to know about the percentage distribution of different elements in the earth crust. So as the earth crust is the source of many elements, out of these elements about 70% are metals, in which aluminum is the most abundant metal of the earth crust, and the second metal which are most abundant is iron. Now the percentage of different elements in the earth crust are given here in the form of a diagram. To look the diagram properly and understand about the percentage of elements cover the earth crust. To look the diagram properly, here oxygen covered 46.6%, then silicon covered 27.7%, then aluminum 8.3%, then iron 5.1%, calcium 3.6%, sodium 2.8%, potassium 2.6%, magnesium 2.1%, titanium 0.4%, manganese 0.1%, hydrogen 0.1%, phosphorus 0.1%, and other elements less than 0.5%. So now again focus the diagram and think about that the element with even atomic number are generally more abundant than odd atomic number. That is the oxygen atomic number 8, silicon atomic number 14. So these have even atomic number. That's why they cover more of the percentage of earth crust. Some more point you have to note it down that the element with low atomic number constitute a major portion of the earth crust. Then first 5 elements comprises almost 92% by weight. Then some more point you have to note it down that the first 10 elements make up approximate 99% of the earth crust. So these are the story about the percentage distribution of element in the earth crust. Now dear students, metals occurs in two forms in nature, that is either in the form of native state, either in the form of combined state or associated state, depending upon their chemical reactivities. So now about the native ores, the element which are least reactive and have little affinity or no affinity for oxygen, moistures and other chemical reagents occur in a free or native state, that is in uncombined state. So these ores contains metal in the free state. The common example is silver and gold, platinum, mercury, etc. These ores are found usually associated with the rock materials like clay, sand, etc. Now about combined state, as the ore which are more reactive, that means the element which are more reactive chemically are readily affected by oxygen, moistures, carbon dioxide, etc. of the atmosphere, and occurs in the combined state in the form of simple or complex compound, and these compounds are known as basically minerals. So these are about the occurrence of metal in the form of native or combined state. Nowadays students, a step involved in metallurgy, that is the overall view about the metallurgy. So first of all you have to know about that the ore. So now what happens here, the ore found from the earth crust are powdered, that is grinded. Then the concentration of ore is done either by physical or chemical activities. So in physical you have to know about three properties of concentration, that is gravity separation, magnetic separation and froth flotation. Then in chemical, leaching. So by this way you can concentrate the ore. So now the concentrated ore can be converted into oxide either by calcination or by roasting. So these conversion into oxide either by calcination or by roasting, that is, in roasting the sulfide ore are converted into oxide, and in calcination, in absence of oxygen, the carbonate ore or hydroxide ore are converted into metal oxide. So now after conversion into metal oxide, the metal oxide are converted into metal by reduction and by smelting. So this can be done by either by carbon, either by aluminum, either by self reduction, either by electrolytic reduction, either by hydrogen, either by metal displacement. Now after reduction, the metals are basically in the form of impure. So for purifying the metals, the process refining is used. So these process involve basically liquefaction. When the melting point of metal is low, so we use liquefaction method. Then distillation, this can be done for low boiling metals such as zinc, Hg. Then cupellation, then zone refining, then electrolytic refining, and then vapor phase refining. So these are all about the metallurgical process which we have to learn in detail in the further lecture. So after refining, we get the pure metal. Here the important refining process are liquefaction, distillation, zone refining, electrolytic refining, and vapor phase refining. In vapor phase refining, you have to know the two process, that is Mond process for nickel and Van Arkel process for zirconium and titanium. So these are about the step involved the metallurgy, that is finding of pure metal from their ore. Now dear students, you have to know about the minerals and ores. So the naturally occurring substance in the form of which the metal occurs in the earth crust are called minerals. And the mineral from which the metal is economically and conveniently extracted is known as ore. So now dear students, all the ores are minerals, but all minerals cannot be ore. For example, iron is found in the earth crust as oxides, sulfides, and carbonates etc., out of which iron is extracted from oxide. Therefore, oxide of iron is an ore of iron. Now you have to know that the type of ores. So first type is sulfide ores. Examples are galena, PbS, cinnabar, HgS, zinc blende, ZnS, chalcopyrite, Cu FeS2, copper glance, CuS2, fool's gold, FeS2. So these are about the sulfide ores and their formula written here. So you have to learn the name of ore and their formula. Then oxide ores, bauxite, Al2O3 dot 2 water, hematite Fe2O3, limonite Fe2O3 dot 3 water, tin stone or cassiterite SnO2. So the colored ore seen here are basically the main ore of that element. For example, the main chief ore of aluminum is bauxite, iron is hematite. Now dear students, next ore is carbonate ore. Siderite FeCO3, calamine ZnCO3, malachite CuOH का whole twice, copper carbonate, dolomite calcium carbonate dot MgCO3 dot 2 water, limestone calcium carbonate. So these are the carbonate ores. Now dear students, sulfate ores, gypsum calcium sulfate dot 2 water, anillicite PbSO4, globular salt Na2SO4 dot 10 water, moher salt FeSO4 dot NH4 का whole twice, SO4 dot 6 water. This is also known as double salt, and about the more salt, you have to do experiment in the titration in class 12th. Then halides ore, rock salt, that is known as NaCl, cryolite, it is also most important, Na3AlF6, cryolites used in the metallurgy of aluminum to increase the conductivity. Then fluorspar, calcium fluoride. Then carnallite, KCl dot MgCl2 dot 6 water, this is also double salt. So these are about the ores of elements. Now some basic term you have to know, that is gangue or matrix. So basically it is a type of impurity. The impurities earthy or undesired materials associated with the ore are called gangue or matrix. Then flux. The flux is a chemical substance added to convert gangue or matrix into fusible mass, that is known as slag. So flux is basically two types according to the basic or acidic nature of matrix. So acidic flux, so these are used when the gangue is basic, such as lime or other metallic oxide, MnO, FeO, etc. So for basic impurities, the flux used are known as acidic flux. So here calcium oxide or gangue and SiO2 used to remove CaO is known as acidic flux. It forms a fusible mass, that is known as calcium silicate, and it is known as a slag. Then basic flux, these are used when the gangue is acidic in nature, such as silica. So for acidic impurities, basic flux such as CaO, CaCO3, MgCO3, hematite is added. So here FeO plus SiO2. So here FeO is flux and SiO2 is gangue. It forms a silicate in the form of slag. So these are about the flux. Now slag. The impurities, that is gangue plus flux, this will give slag. So slag is a usually fusible materials which are formed when the gangue still be present in the roasted or calcined ore. So basically the slag is immiscible with the metal and has a low melting point and density. In the extraction of copper and iron, the slag obtained are respectively iron silicate and calcium silicate. So sometime one question is arises, which slag is formed in extraction of copper and iron. So here to learn the formula, in copper extraction, iron silicate is a slag, and in the extraction of iron, calcium silicate is the slag. The slag obtained is used in making road as well as in the manufacture of cement and fertilizers. Some more point you have to know about the slag. The slag floats on the metal and protect it from oxidation. It is removed from the furnace through the slag holes. So these are about the slag, gangue and flux. Nowadays students, some solved questions based on the above topics for board examinations are given here. So the first question is, name the chief ore of aluminum and zinc. So chief means main ore. So here the chief ore of aluminum is bauxite and that of zinc is zinc blende. The formula is Al2O3.2 water, and for zinc is ZnS. Then you have to differentiate between the minerals and ore. So now again here you have to write the answer like this. So the naturally occurring chemical species, that is substance present in the earth crust which can be obtained by mining, are called minerals, and those minerals from which metals can be extracted economically and conveniently are known as ore. So these are your difference. Now dear students, third question, in metallurgical process, low fusible substance slag is formed. So name two substances which can form slag and write the equation of the chemical reaction. So your answer is silica impurity in hematite react with calcium oxide flux to give slag. So CaO and SiO2 when react they form slag. So this is your answer. Now question number 4, write the formula of two sulfide ores and name them. So the solution is copper CuFeS2, this is known as chalcopyrides, and zinc blende ZnS. So these two sulfide ores and their name are written here. Now dear students, some questions are given here for self-assessment test. So first, what is the meant by the term pyrometallurgy? Second, the chemical composition of slag formed during the extraction of copper is. Here you have to find the answer out of 4 answer. Then what is matrix and slag? This I have told you. So you have to write from that point about the matrix and slag. Then write the name and formula of 4 minerals of iron. So here you have to write the 4 minerals of iron. It may be oxide, it may be carbonate. Now question number 5th, write a brief note on the slag formation. It is also explained here. Now question number 6, the oxidation state of metal in the minerals hematite, magnetite respectively are. So here you have to find the charge on iron in hematite and magnetite. There are 4 options are given here. Out of 4 options, you have to choose the correct option according to the question. Now dear students, do all work in classwork copy, prepared a note with the help of PPT video. Stay safe, stay healthy and keep learning. Thank you.